Hello, welcome to Post, a new segment on SHOWstudio where we offer a condensed look at the show we've just been reviewing. Why Project at Pity is our topic today. And after the panel, I wanted to ask the question what we thought Glenn Martens' point of view was in this particular collection. Partly because I felt a little confused. But I'm going to throw that to the panelists and start with you, Barbara.
Oh. I think the collection itself, it's somehow cohesive with what Why Project normally presents. I do appreciate it as an extraordinary amount of work, like on the silhouette and taking everyday garments and really twisting the proportion of them. Similarly, also within the textiles, there's quite a lot of research. As we spoke about earlier, it's very much the epitome of what is cool now. But for me, I have a bit of reserves in terms of what is, in the end, the type of silhouette that it wants to be pushed forward? Is there an actual style and mood, or it's more like it's just this and it's just extreme, etc. And I do find myself asking, who would that look good on? Without taking away the appreciation for the craftsmanship and the experimentation, which is really important. But yeah, I think that's kind of as far as it goes.
Terrific.
I agree with you, Barbara Grispini, from Director of Dark.
I was wondering if you had to introduce ourselves, but yeah, thank you very much.
I am Noël, editor at One Granary, and I agree with you that Why Project is a label that fits so well within what looks good now and within the time frame. And because of that, I think people look over or gloss over the fact that the products are really interesting and the individual pieces are where he really stands out. So that might be why there is a lack of consistency or a clear storyline throughout the collection. And I think coming back to the flattering aspect or who would wear it, I think it's exactly those people who love the pieces so much and love almost the ridiculousness of the pieces sometimes, that they just want to stand out. They don't care about looking flattering and they just want to look amazing.
I'm Mimma Viglezio, I'm the editor here at SHOWstudio, and I sort of disagree with everything. No, not really. What I want to say is that what, for me, Glenn did with this collection were two things. One, the way he presented, where everything was in the dark, people were giving torches, which makes it very individual. It says, you look at what you think is important, find out the detail that appeals to you, and the same would be in the commerce, buy it the way you think it should be and worn the way you think it should be worn. And that's, for me, it's very interesting because it's very right in society today, in what fashion means to young people today. As for the particular collection, there were a few pieces that really stood out for me. There was some shape in some tailoring that was very interesting, some just exposition of materials, some little details exactly that were quite innovative, and the whole thing, yes, probably could have been a bit confusing, but I'm not really interested in that anymore. So for me, it was quite a strong collection.
And I'm John-Michael O'Sullivan. I'm an architect and writer, and I feel I probably had a clearer idea of Glenn Martens' point of view before I saw the show. I think that he's a very articulate designer. I completely understand his feeling for volume and sensuality and all that sort of stuff. And there is something really exciting about taking all of those things that are normally part of, I suppose, couture and extravagance and luxury, but rendering them in a very, for want of a better word, street way. And I think the downside when you come to perhaps this presentation is, yes, it was beautifully staged, but actually sometimes when you set those things in opposition, they meet in the middle and it just gets a bit muddy. So I felt a bit mucky at the end of it.
I'm Finn McTaggart, filmmaker and musician, guest chair. And I kind of proposed the question because I'm a little confused about Glenn Martens' point of view as a designer. It has all the kind of hallmarks of a lot of zeitgeisty fashion at the moment, particularly what Demna Gvasalia has to offer. All that kind of ironic play with multiple layers, but without that kind of good humor that Vetements and Balenciaga often has. It's got the kind of oversized sense, but it doesn't also have that quite severe tailoring that kind of makes Balenciaga more interesting. So I didn't get a sense of what Glenn listens to, or what his favorite film is, or, you know, the kind of sense of a personality of a designer behind it, and just felt like it's maybe just a little flat. Thanks, bye.